Just because the English language gives you the freedom to be malleable with your idea construction doesn't necessarily mean that that liberty should be taken. So should have said the conscience of author Mark Z. Danielewski. Supported, I would have hoped, by his sense of shame. The 50-Year Sword by Mark Z. Danielewski is about, according to the synopsis, a seamstress recovering from a painful divorce who comes across a storyteller caped in shadow recounting for 5 orphans a tale of unspoken revenge, a harrowing quest, and a terrible sword which everyone soon enough realizes waits before them concealed in a long black box. Which may be accurate, I don't know. The book is so confusing to read that rather than giving my own summary of the book, I'm forced to rely on the book jacket flap synopsis, the way, say, a dog might be forced to accept its own feces as sustenance during its owner's 2-week Cancun vacation. So shame on you, Conscious Z. Danielewski, for your probable bender, when you should have been tapping your author guy on the shoulder a bit harder, saying, "Hey, Marky Z, you sure you want to write this?"
But of course.
You wrote House of Leaves, remember?
Yes?
House of Leaves, amazing book that simultaneously destroyed and reconstructed modern storytelling. That House of Leaves?
Mm-hmm.
And you think a fitting addition to your canon is a fairy tale told quite unnecessarily as a long-form poem?
Absolutely.
All right, well, keep in mind, Mark, I'm being pretty generous with the term poem. I just don't want you to rush off to suicide, so I'm trying to inflate this eventual abortion with as much ego-stroking gravitas as possible. I mean, the book could more accurately be called long-form diarrhea. So you're aware that this convoluted mess of a book written obviously to satisfy your need to retain the facade of genius is diarrhea. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God, okay. I thought you actually thought that the 50-Year Sword was going to be good. Oh, wow. Okay. So it's all a joke then, and you're not even going to publish it, right? Right? House of Leaves, man. Come on! So even as objectively bad as this book really is, I should have been able to get through it quickly enough to feel as though I didn't waste a whole lot of time. I mean, after all, it is 95 pages. But wait, half of those pages are blank. No, but wait. Those pages that have writing on them, only half of the page itself has text. But wait. The book also has illustrations. There's no reason I shouldn't have been able to get through this without feeling as though I didn't waste a little bit of time. Unfortunately, I barely got through it, and unfortunately, I did waste a lot of time. As of today, this book can only be purchased used online, as it's been out of print for a while. And signed copies online right now are selling for about $600. Signed copies, like this one. Now, I assure you, I did not spend $600 on this book. I actually paid about $20 for it when it was still in print, which, yes, is still too much. But for anyone out there who's willing to fork over $600 for this book, I'm willing to sell it. Contact me. Even better, I'll actually give you a $100 scratch and dent discount. So, read it or don't read it. Don't read it. I think it gets re-released here in October. Maybe it'll be for sale at your local bookstore for a fairly reasonable price. Maybe you want it just to add to your collection because, as I alluded to earlier, House of Leaves is a fantastic book. It's one of the best books that I've ever read. I just don't understand how the author then decided to do something like this.